Imagine a life where you feel completely secure and confident, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Sounds liberating, right? In this video, we're diving deep into what I call the validation trap, the subtle, powerful habit of chasing approval from others. And I'll guide you through a transformative process to build self-worth that doesn't depend on outside validation. You wake up, scroll through your phone, and before you've had your coffee, you're already comparing yourself. How someone looks, what they achieved, how many likes they got. It's automatic. And without realizing it, your day begins with a silent performance. How can I measure up? You smile, you please, you post something safe, and every like, every nod, every small bit of approval hits your brain like a tiny dopamine spark. But the problem? The spark fades, and then you're left needing another one, and another one, till your worth starts depending on whether someone claps or stays silent. And that's the trap. We learn to perform instead of express. We start molding ourselves around what will make others happy, comfortable, or impressed, instead of what actually feels authentic and aligned for us. Most of this didn't start in adulthood. It was programmed early. Maybe you grew up in a family where approval was currency. You were good when you behaved, when you achieved, when you kept the peace. When you disappointed someone, love felt distant. So your brain linked acceptance with performance. You learned that to be loved, you needed to earn it. That conditioning doesn't disappear just because you're older. It shows up in your relationships, your career, your friendships. You might notice it when you hesitate to speak your truth because you're afraid it'll upset someone, or when you downplay your success because you don't want to seem too much. The truth is, many people are walking around disconnected from who they really are because they've spent years being who they thought others wanted them to be. Here's the thing about living for validation. It feels good in the moment, but it quietly erodes your confidence over time. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how much praise or attention you get, it never lasts because it's built on external reinforcement instead of internal belief. You end up outsourcing your self-worth to people who may not even know who you really are. The more you chase approval, the more you abandon yourself. You silence opinions that matter to you. You say yes when you mean no. You start living for applause instead of peace. And that creates a deep, subtle exhaustion because you're never allowed to rest in your own authenticity. At some point, there's this quiet realization. You can't keep chasing other people's approval and expect to feel whole. You start to crave something deeper, internal validation. And here's the shift. Instead of asking, do they approve of me? You begin asking, do I approve of me? You stop performing and you start being. It's a gradual process. Maybe it starts by saying no to something that doesn't feel right, even if it disappoints someone. Maybe it's sharing your real thoughts, even when your voice shakes, or simply giving yourself permission to rest without guilt. Those are micro moments of self-ownership, and each one rewires your nervous system toward genuine confidence. Let's make this practical. Here are a few simple shifts that help break free from the validation loop. First is create internal wins. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what choices did I make that felt true to me? You start training your brain to look inward for approval instead of outward. Two is practice quiet confidence. Don't announce your growth, embody it. Sometimes confidence is built in silence, when you know your value but don't need to prove it. Three, stop negotiating your worth. You don't need to shrink, justify, or perform for love or respect. You are not a product, you are a person, and your worth isn't up for debate. When you step out of the validation trap, life gets lighter. You begin to feel an inner stillness, the kind that doesn't crumble when someone disapproves. You realize that peace isn't found in other people's acceptance. It's found in your own alignment. And that's when you start showing up differently, grounded, genuine, unshakable. Because the truth is, the most magnetic people aren't the ones who are trying to be liked. They're the ones who are fully themselves. You don't need to earn your worth. You never did. You just learned to forget it somewhere along the way. And your journey now is to remember. So stop performing, start expressing, stop chasing validation, start living authentically. Stay positive, friends.